my people. Peace, my people. Peace, my people. So today I want to talk about gang life one-on-one. I want to talk about gang life one-on-one. Growing up, where I was from, everybody was getting bullied, getting picked on by these gang members called the Helltown Blood Gangs, and they was vicious, they'd knock you out, punch you in your face, and they was so much of a threat. They ran everything down there, downtown where I was from, and they was running everything. So I used to get, when I used to see them, I used to run because I used to be scared of them. But then I got a little older, and once I got a little older, I started hanging out with my boys, had my own little boys, had my own boys, my own gang little going. And the leader of the group member came to me and was like, came in the park and was expecting all of us to run. Some of my dudes, they ran, but I did not run. I stayed. So when I stayed, he was like, oh, so you ain't gonna run. So he came up and he was like, okay, well, we finna beat you up. So they was gonna beat me up. So I was like, well, I'm ready to fight. So he was like, nah, I ain't even gonna fight you. I'm gonna let my little cousin fight you. So his cousin was like, all right. So me and his cousin was finna fight. His cousin swung. I put him in the chokehold, the transmission, and I was choking him. And when I was choking him, he couldn't breathe. So he came, the leader of the blood gang came and threw me up in the air to get me off of me, grabbed me and threw me up. This was when I was like 8 years old, 7 or 8 or 9, and he was about like 16. And he threw me up in the air, and I fell down. Then I started fighting him. Once I started fighting him, he beat me, bing, 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 bing. Was tearing me up, hitting me with so many hits, I couldn't believe it. So I grabbed his hand and I bit him. Like, stop. So I bit him, and once I bit him, I told him to stop hitting me. And once I told him to stop, I left. And I told him, I said, all right, I'm gonna see you again. And once I see you again, I'm gonna tell my sister. My sister had them hands. She was one of them girls that had them hands. She'd knock you out. She had hands. And so I said I was gonna get her. So she seen him next day. And when she seen him, she beat him up and everything in front of all his boys and stuff. And he couldn't do nothing. He was salty. And next time he seen me in the park. And once he seen me in the park, he came by himself. And once he came by himself, he had a little blood rag with him. And he was like, man, why you tell your sister, man? I was just trying to get you tough, man. He's like, man, you know what, man, bruh? He's like, you fought me, so I give you respect. Out of all of everybody, you fought me, so I give you respect. So he's like, you know what? You can be with us now. And he threw me the flag, the blood flag. And once he threw me that flag, I was with them. So I felt like I was down with them. So everything they did, I was with it. So next thing you know, it started being more and more about like having to do things. You have to do crime. You have to do things for them. So we had to go out and steal bikes in Kentucky. We had to knock out people just for no reason, just to knock them out. They'd be like, hey, sir, and then boom, knock them out. We had to do that. That was our missions. Our missions to go to KY and rob the white boys over there for their bike. That was our missions. We had a lot of little missions when I was in that gang. And then it came out, a female that was under me wanted to be with the gang. And she, with females, you have to get initiated. So she wanted to be with the gang. So I told her, like, no. So she met up with my leader, not one of the leaders. And he was like, okay, well, you got to get initiated. You know how that is. And she's down with it. But we all had to do it. But I promised on my son I did not do it. I just went over there, and when I went over there, I seen them all gangbanging her. Once I seen them all gangbanging her, I was like, oh, nah, this is not right. This is a young girl getting gangbanged. I have 9 sisters. So I thought to myself, this is the wrong thing to do. I cannot let this happen. So I literally went to go tell her mom. Once I told her mom took everybody to court but me. She took everybody to court but me. So when she took them all to court, I had to get on the stand to tell what was really going on. So yes, I had to tell on my leader. I didn't snitch because I wasn't in on it, but I told on him. And once I told on him, he said he was gonna murder me. He said, when I get out, I'm gonna murder you. That they gave him like 7 or 8. So they said they won't murder me. So next thing you know, a few years later down the line, I'm 20-some years old now, and I seen the same dude, and the same dude don't even recognize me. The Lord blessed me to so well that he put a blinding on that guy that he don't even recognize me. I see him so much, but he just don't recognize it's me. So I've been living good, living life good with the Lord, because he got my back, and through him, that's all I need. So I left the gang member and started being with the Lord. That's my new gang. Started being with my church people, and once I started hanging out with my church people, I changed my life for the best of it. I stopped being with the gang because I started seeing how that gang was. All it was about was pushing things for them to make them more and more better, not yourself. All you do is you sit there and you gotta literally do everything that these people tell you to do. These people, they're not gods, they're not nothing, they people. And they can tell you to do this and you'll do it. And you'll do this and do that and do this and do that. And everything they do, tell you to do, it will be negative, it will be never good. So I didn't want to be with that. So I left that. I ain't leave the gang, I just was not affiliated with them no more. But I still was blood member in it. And once I blood member in it, I never ever like literally was out there shooting people or doing this or doing that or doing this or doing that. I was just out there just living the life and living it as a blood. People know me as a blood, people knew me, but they did not like literally see me as call me up to shoot or do any crime, because they knew that I was not like that no more. And I was with the Lord Jesus Christ. I found him, and and y'all can find them too. If you a gang member, you need just to get out of there. You don't need to get out of the gang. Just find the Lord and just be. You can still rep what you rep, because repping the gang is, you got family. But that's the thing. You don't have to be doing what they do. All the negativity that they come with, you don't have to do. Thank y'all for viewing this. Like, share, and subscribe. Just know that Jesus has your back forever and ever and always and forever.